Hey guys, Travis here on week 6 of the LCS Day 1, joined by Patoy of Team Dignitas, fresh off of their game versus Marn. This is the first time I've had a chance to talk with you during the whole LCS, because you always hop on a shuttle right afterwards. You're like, I'm out of here, I
Yeah.
won. So first off, how's the LCS been for you, Patoy? Let's just catch up.
LCS has been good, man. Games are fun, tournaments are good, atmosphere is great. Everything about it's good. It's good for the viewers. That's the most important part.
So you played sort of like this AP teleport push Janna that game. Can you sort of tell me more about that? Was that some sort of tech you were developing in the lab, like the FGC guys would say, or what was that?
The thing with Janna is I went TP because it stops a few things early game that I'd rather not say. And if we get in a position where I have to exhaust early game, I'm probably dead anyway. So what's the point? And TP also allows me to split push, hold lanes better, stuff like that. So, but really, it's basically about early on where if I don't use it, then it's going right. It's not about me using it. So it went well. Didn't have to use it, so it went great. And I got a ton of CS from TP, so that's always good.
So it's almost more like a defensive thing. Like in my mind, and we were sort of watching in the press room, we thought that maybe this was going to be some sort of thing where you're doing all this like split pushing late game and kind of thing. But for you, you're using it more as like an early game defense against some stuff you don't want to talk about.
Right, yeah, it's just like defensive early game. Later on, I mean, you can do stuff with it. You can backdoor or whatever. It's always good, but it's mainly just the early game. And like I said, it's if I'm not using it, then it's going the way we want it to.
So, what do you think about Janet overall? Is this just sort of a niche case for you guys whenever you are doing this, or is this something that you think maybe she's more viable than the amount of times that we've seen her would lead you to believe?
Janna was in a bad state because she would just die to everything in lane. So if you picked her, like you expected to go like 0 and 10.
Right.
Now it's lane swaps are really common, especially with our team. Like I can't remember the last time laning standardly. So
Right.
the move speed, since we could get away with it, the move speed helped top lane, mid lane, every other lane. I could push with tornado. We had good peeling for Caitlyn. That was the other thing with Janna. We did it with Caitlyn because we really needed to change our play style. Our play style just wasn't working anymore, so we're trying out Caitlyn, and it's going out really well so far. So I think I'm gonna stick with Janna for a while because she's doing pretty well.
I mean, it seemed that way after that. So let's talk about you played Marn. This is their first time with their new lineup and the way they're bringing in the end and heartbeats on support. Echoes back mid for the time being. What did you think of their performance against you guys? Or I mean, it seemed like for a while you guys were in a pretty early lead, and then every now and then it'd be like, wait, Dig's starting to let them catch back up. So what was going on there?
Um, we had a few miscommunications. Like the main one was Baron. We hesitated on what to do, so we gave up some map pressure. We just gave up a whole bunch of stuff. We ended up giving up the Baron even though we picked off Sona. So that came from an error on our part. Granted, congratulations to them for taking advantage of it. So that's always good. But our error messed up. And I mean the AD and support switch, Nian's doing all right, and Heartbeat on Sona, he had some good looks. He had some good pressure, so that's good because mainly supports they're just there. They don't like pressure or anything like that. So he did pretty well on support. Nian being Nian as usual, just farming all the time. Just that's all he does. So it was all right. Their lane swaps actually pretty good so far. So props to them.
So you just got back from MLG Dallas. Just you have any thoughts on that event overall and sort of your guys' performance? I know that you lost. There were a couple upsets involving your team. So
Yeah, the game with complexity made us think differently during the game in picks and bans and stuff like that. Because usually we just rushed everything, like we would stick to the plan, and if they changed the plan, then whatever, we just keep going with our plan, and then that ended up losing. So both the games against complexity and Gambit opened our eyes in different ways. The like I said, complexity during game we need to think differently, and the one with Gambit made us realize that we need more than one style of playing the game. We need more than one, and that's what we're doing now with Caitlyn Jenner. We're trying it out, seeing what happens, just going with the flow, and we're gonna keep practicing with the what happened at MLG and everything, and hope things keep going well.
So, sort of wrap up the interview, I'm going to sort of start asking a lot of people throughout this weekend about this, but it's now getting into the second half of the first part of the LCS. And there's a lot of different stuff on the horizon. There's obviously the midseason playoffs, but I think you guys are in a pretty good place as far as that stuff goes. What I do want to ask you about is sort of this all-star thing that is going to be happening during the summer, where they're going to be bringing in, different all-star, or there's going to be all-stars from all the different countries and regions representing. Is that something that you're interested for? Is that something that you're gunning for and hoping that fans will send you there?
The All Star thing to me, when I first heard of that, I basically thought it was the show match before World Finals, where it just had like Skara, Ocelot, people like that. So right now I'm not too keen on it because I just think it's like for the fans type of thing. So that's all I have to go off now. So I'm not too interested in it right now. I mean, obviously I would like to play. It's a lot of fun, but it's not the top of my interest right now.
Fair enough. You have any shout outs or plugs you want to make?
Shout out to Alienware, send us sick computers and everything. Intel and Scan, pretty cool sponsors. Odie's a cool manager too.
Hey, really great. Hey, thanks a ton for the interview. Really appreciate it. Congratulations on your win against Marn. Really interesting play from you today. For everyone, this is Travis on the first day of LCS Week 6. You can check out the rest of our coverage at gamespot.com/esports.